Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today we're going to be unboxing the Twinings tea advent calendar. It's a 25-day calendar. It contains 24 bags of tea and an extra special treat. Behind me you might well see the Tea Pigs 24 days of Tea Pigs advent calendar. Of course that only contains 24 tea bags, although actually it's like 25. Anyway, it's only got 24 doors. So if you kind of want a comparison between the two, I'll let you know what I think when I've unboxed the Twinings one. So the Twinings tea calendar is £25, although at the moment they've got it on a special offer at £16.66, which makes it a really good deal. That's over on the Twinings website. So we're going to go through every day. We're going to talk about the teas inside, and you can let me know in the comments if this is a calendar that you would go for. If you're into advent calendar unboxings, check out my channel. I've done a ridiculous number of advent calendar unboxings. I'm kind of a bit obsessed with advent calendars at the moment, so if you like watching those kinds of videos, definitely check them out. So day number one, you can just see here that they are little kind of fold down windows. You almost can't see where the doors are. They're just these little gold boxes that kind of signify that. So day number one, you just pop your finger through and pop it down like that. And they are all loose leaf tea bags, which is good. So they're kind of the extra special version of what Twinings do. Rather than standard Twinings, they are the ones with the loose leaf. So this is day number one. They're all individually wrapped as well, which I love because I'm thinking I might take them to work and it's nice to have them freshly wrapped for that. So this is the full English breakfast blend loose leaf pyramid. You can buy these individually on the Twinings website, and I think they're about 50p. They're quite a pricey one, and I think for like a box of 15 it's about £6 or something, so they're an expensive tea on their own. So that's a great day number one. And I'm actually drinking Twinings English breakfast tea at the moment, which is just the standard English breakfast, not the loose leaf, but it's my favourite. I love this tea. So yeah, you've got to drink tea when you're opening a tea advent calendar, haven't you? Day number two. So for day number two, we've got the Earl. So an Earl Grey loose leaf tea. I love an Earl Grey. I love this kind of colour on the packaging. It's lovely and blue. Day number three here. And this is the Mighty, and it's an Assam tea, which is a black tea. And Assam is one of the ingredients that make up a standard English breakfast. You have Ceylon, you have Assam, and I think something else in there. So if you like an English breakfast, you'll probably appreciate this. It's a nice, full-bodied, strong black tea, which you can have obviously with or without milk. Day number four. For the first 3 days were black tea. This is actually a herbal tea. This is thoroughly minted Infusion. I love a mint tea, especially after like a heavy meal, which obviously you've got a lot of those coming up around Christmas when you've got nights out, things like that, and Christmas meals and stuff. So this is perfect, and I do really like a mint tea. Definitely think it's an acquired taste. I kind of think you have to get used to it unless you love it instantly. But I haven't tried this particular thoroughly minted Infusion. I've just had the standard Twinings mint tea, and that's very nice. Day number five. Another herbal tea. This one is citrus ginger twist flavour infusion, and I love ginger tea, and I'm sure I'll like the kind of citrus slant on that. It says brew the tea bag for 2 to 3 minutes to allow the spice and citrus flavours to seep out. Chat, laugh, sip, savour. Day number six up here. So now we are onto something slightly different. So it's a Bollywood chai latte. It says fill your cup by about 1/3 with hot water. Brew for at least 3 minutes. Top up with hot milk and a pinch of sugar if you like it sweeter. So something a little bit different. A tea chai latte. Day number 7. So now we've got a green tea. This one is called Jasmine Bloom Green Tea. So it's green tea with a jasmine kind of slant on it. I don't really like jasmine tea, so I'll probably give this to somebody who I know really appreciates that flavour. Day number 8, just over here. Another kind of herbal infusion, and for day number 8 we've got the pure chamomile infusion. So chamomile, of course, is something that's wonderful for when you're just trying to relax, especially great before bed to kind of help you nod off. So if you've got all those kind of Christmas stresses on your mind, chamomile is a good place to start. Day number 9. This is another green tea. This one is called Apple and Elderflower Flavour Green Tea. So of course this is more of a fruity version of green tea. Green tea, as we know, very, very good for you. Not that black tea isn't, but green tea has kind of a different mix of antioxidants. And yeah, I like to get a little bit of green tea into my kind of drinking schedule. It says brew the tea bag for 1 to 2 minutes to allow the orchard flavours of this gentle green tea infuse. And I like elderflower, so I definitely think I'll like this one. Of course, with green tea you do have to be careful with the temperature because you don't want to burn the leaves. Day number 10, up here. So we've now got an interesting one called Red Bush Caramel Velvet Flavour Infusion. So I think this might be like a rooibos-based tea. I'm not the biggest fan of rooibos, but it is caffeine free, so something nice to drink in the evening. And I'm intrigued by this caramel velvet kind of mention in the name. I'll definitely try it and see what I think. So it says brew the tea bag for 2 to 3 minutes for a rich amber drink. Feel free to add a splash of milk. Day number 11. Day number 11, we've got another green tea. So this is a Simply Sencha green tea. So it's kind of a more pure green tea that you can drink. And it says brew the tea bag for 1 to 2 minutes for the water to swirl through the green tea, bringing out the sweet flavours. Day number 12. Day number 12 is another green tea. You can see the green teas are all in these little green envelopes. It's a Moroccan mint with rose flavoured green tea. It says brew for 1 to 2 minutes for the dainty fragrance of mint to come to life. Mint and rose, that'll be an interesting combination. Day number 13, got another blue bag. So this is passion fruit flavour Ceylon. So as I said, Ceylon is a black tea, usually makes up English breakfast type teas, and with passion fruit in, so it's going to be a kind of fruity black tea, which surprisingly tends to work quite well together. The first time I tried like a fruit with black tea, I was like, what's this going to taste like a mashup of a fruit tea and a black tea? It doesn't. It just kind of cuts through the black tea quite nicely. So yeah, it says brew for 3 to 5 minutes for the sweet flavour of passion fruit to infuse through the black tea leaves. Day number 14, blue bag, and this is the Earl. So we've had this once before. I think every tea bag you've seen will appear twice looking at the back of the box. So if you open one door and really like that tea, then you'll get to probably try it again. If you don't like it, then that kind of sucks because you're going to see it again at some point. Day number 15 here. I think the thing with tea, if you don't like the particular tea, there'll be someone else, friends or family, that'll come round and they might well appreciate it. So then we've got another of the full English, which, like I said, is the kind of extra special English breakfast tea. I know I'm going to love this one. I hope I don't like them too much because, like I said, they're a lot more expensive than my standard daily tea, which is just the Twinings standard English breakfast. Day 16 here. This is thoroughly minted again. I don't know if I've sort of shown you this, but it is actually designed like the original Twinings tea shop in London, which is at 216 The Strand, and has been since like I think the 1800s when it first started. And it's just a gorgeous little tea shop. Even if you aren't going to buy anything, it's just a lovely place to kind of have a look in. It's a really strange building because it's just like really, really narrow and really quite long. And if you go towards the back of the shop, there's kind of like an almost little mini tea museum where you can look at some artifacts from like Twinings and kind of tea through the years. It's quite an interesting thing to look at if you're interested in tea. There's also like a tea tasting stand, and you can go to master classes there, which you obviously have to book, but it's a pretty cool place if you're into tea and you're into kind of British history. And definitely check out the Twinings tea shop if you're there in London. It's not far from kind of Covent Garden and stuff over on the Strand. Bit off topic, let's get back to kind of opening the doors. Day number 17. Citrus and ginger twist. 18. And we've got the passion fruit flavoured Ceylon. Day number 19. Simply Sencha green tea. Day number 20. The Jasmine Bloom green tea. Day number 21. Pure Chamomile. Day number 22. Moroccan mint and rose again. Day number 23. Apple and elderflower green tea again. Day number 24, Christmas Eve. The Mighty Assam. Something perfect to kind of kick off Christmas Eve when you've got to wrap all those last minute presents maybe. So now we're up to day number 25 up here at the top, which is by far the largest of the windows. So, ooh, so this is something a little bit different. Can you just see there's actually a little box in here? Ooh, this is a bit special. Look at this. Oh, it's not tea, but it's tea related. Oh, look at this. So it's a little Twinings tea rest, and it's in this gorgeous silver colour, and it's even got the like little dip in it, so it's perfect to kind of rest your spoon on. And of course it will be very needed if you are a tea drinker, which you're going to be if you've bought this calendar. I really like that. I like the touch of having something on day 25. I like that it's something that you can keep, you can continue to use throughout the year. It's not just something that gets thrown away with the rest of the calendar. So I really like that about this calendar. I kind of didn't love the repetition too much, but I think that's probably because they've chosen to do the loose leaf teas and they don't do all of their teas in loose leaf form, so they were probably a little bit restricted as to how many they could include in that sense. So that's why I think there's 2 of each of the tea bags. Love, 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 like I said, the fact that there's this here on day number 25, and as I said, I'll kind of give you my thoughts in comparison with the Teapigs one. So if you've not watched me unbox it, definitely check it out, and I'll go through every kind of window and you'll see. But in terms of a kind of direct comparison, the Teapigs one is more expensive, especially if you can get hold of the Twinings one for £16. This, like I said, retails on about £8 just on its own. So to get all the teas as well for essentially £8 if you get it on the £16 deal. It also comes down to, of course, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Teapigs or Twinings? Which of the teas do you kind of prefer? I tend to go more for Twinings for every day and Teapigs just every now and again for something special, because they are that little bit more expensive. If you are concerned about the kind of impact on the environment, Teapigs would be a better option because everything about the calendar is recyclable. The tea bags are biodegradable, whereas that isn't necessarily going to be the case with the Twinings ones. So if that's something you need to think about, then that might make your decision a little bit easier. But hopefully by seeing the Twinings calendar and checking out the Teapigs unboxing separately, you might have a better idea which of these tea calendars might suit you if you decide to go for a tea calendar. So definitely let me know in the comments. I've also unboxed 2 coffee advent calendars if that's more your kind of thing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!